Hey guys, what's up? It's Jaime here. So today I was actually supposed to do a different video, but I wasn't really feeling the concept anymore, so we're gonna do something a little bit different. And I'm gonna take you guys through some of the current writing projects that I'm actually working on that I'm really excited about. Well, some of them are writing, some of them are, well, you'll see once I get into it. I'm thinking that this is just gonna be like a quick little video, but honestly, knowing me and how much I ramble, I make no promises. But anyway, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first project I want to talk about is sorry about that. I'm actually, for my screenwriting class that I'm taking this semester, I'm working on a 20-page screenplay adaptation of a book I read, well, up until recently hadn't read since I was like 12. It's called Stronger Than You Know by Jolene Perry. If you decide, which I think is a really excellent book, I really do like it a lot. But if you decide to read it, just as a warning, it is not for the faint of heart. There's a lot of really heavy stuff that's in that book, and honestly, maybe I shouldn't have read it when I was 12, but you know, I was exposed to worse as a child, so but yeah, so cause like for this semester, my screenwriting class, so when I took screenwriting 1 last year, that was just like an introductory like general like screenwriting class, which I loved. It was such a great class. I was like, the moment I took it, I was like, I started that class, I was like, oh yeah, like this, I knew that I had made the right choice to pursue screenwriting, because I was like, I love this is so fun. But so for this screenwriting class that I'm taking this semester, it's basically like the whole class is centered around adaptations. That's why we, for our like final project, we have to adapt just like really, well, not anything, it can't be anything, but adapt a piece of media and then into a 20-page script that we will present at the end of the semester. So that's been really interesting, because like, again, I hadn't read the book since I was like 12, and it's a pretty old book too. I think it actually came out like around the time, like not too long after I read it. But yeah, so I hadn't read the book in a really long time, and so that was really interesting to like go back and just like, because I remembered it very vaguely. Also, the reason why I chose the book is, well, I mainly chose it because our options are kind of limited, because so you see with like a 20-page screenplay, you can only do so much, right? But so we weren't allowed to adapt, what was it? Songs, comics, like any like kind of like comic or like graphic novel or anything like that. Couldn't adapt like a TV show kind of thing, like anything like that we couldn't adapt. But novels were fair game. But yeah, so I'm gonna actually, well, technically I'm adapting a section. I'm kind of cutting back for my adaptation of the novel, because I mean, as you might imagine, again, like I said, the novel itself I think is like 244 pages, and so it's kind of just a little hard to squeeze 200 plus pages into a 20-page screenplay. But that's been really fun so far. I'm really excited. I'm trying to see, and I think in general, well, some of these will be easier to kind of show you guys than others, but I kind of want to see if there's some way I can, that's like, that I can easily, once I've finished the screenplay, like share it with you guys. But yeah, so once I figure that out, I'll let you guys know if there is some way I can share it, or maybe even just an excerpt of it. I don't know if I'll get in trouble for sharing like the whole thing, so we'll see. I'll let you guys know. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about, this is also kind of related to school. So I think I mentioned, I don't know if it was the last video I did or just a few videos ago, but I'm taking a filmmaking class this semester, which I really, really love. I might, oh my god, the planes. I really love the class so far. It's been really, really fun, because even though I've done YouTube for several years now, I would consider myself very much so a novice when it comes to filmmaking, video making, and all that kind of stuff. So it's been really exciting to like learn about the things. My professor is super cool. They are really, really cool. But yeah, so for my filmmaking class, we haven't really started to work on it just yet because we're still pretty early into the semester, and also because like first we have to like actually learn how to like use the equipment before we can like start filming anything. But for like the final kind of like project of that class is to create a 5-minute short film. Well, it doesn't have to be 5 minutes, but I think I think from the syllabus, if I remember correctly, it can be like 2 to 5 minutes. Knowing me, mine will probably be 5 minutes, so I'll probably be pushing 5 minutes. But yeah, so there's not really that much to talk about in terms of this just yet, because I haven't really decided which kind of like what route I'm gonna go for this short film. So it's either gonna be, because I have a couple of ideas. I'm thinking for this, I want to do like a short like little documentary, because like we kind of have like the creative freedom to kind of do whatever we want in 5 minutes. But yeah, so I think I want to do a documentary. It's either gonna be like one on kind of like my family background, or just like I have some other ideas that I'm just kind of like playing around with, but again, I don't have to like have anything solidified until a few more weeks, so I'll keep you guys posted on what's happening with that. And also what's gonna be really interesting is that we're allowed to have voiceover but no dialogue, like no like actual like dialogue within the film, which is gonna be very, very interesting. At first I was kind of like about that, but now that I've started to kind of like generate some ideas, I'm like, you know, I think I can do this. I think it won't be too bad. But when that film is done, it'll actually be I'll actually be uploading it here on this channel, which again will not be for a couple of months because we have not even started working on it. Nothing has been filmed or shot or whatever. But when that is when that is all said and done, it will be uploaded on this channel, and also a behind the scenes, which I'm really excited about. So I'm really excited for that to happen. Okay, so the last two things that I wanted to mention are just kind of like personal like projects that I'm working on that aren't like school related. So the first one, because, okay, so I was having a really hard time when I was trying to figure out like what I was gonna adapt for my 20-page screenplay for my screenwriting class. And every time I thought of an idea, I was like, wait, no, I can't do that, I can't do that, I can't do that, because it defied the guidelines that I kind of like very briefly like talked about in that clip. But so I was thinking, I really, don't get me wrong, I do like what I'm doing for the Stronger Than You Know adaptation, but if I had it my way and could have just like adapted kind of like whatever, I would have chosen to do an adaptation. Oh my god, the planes, I don't even know how much you can hear them. I hope you can't hear them that well, but I can hear them. But yeah, so if I had it my way, I would have done an adaptation of like based on the song No Body, No Crime by Taylor Swift, which is not only my favorite Taylor Swift song, but it is just my like one of my favorite songs of just all time. I would have done an adaptation of that, because I think I love the story in that song. I think it's so good. It's so good. If you haven't listened to it, you should listen to it. Even if you're not like a Taylor Swift person, like I've listened to Taylor Swift's entire like I've listened to all of her albums. Like I would consider myself a big Taylor Swift fan. But even if you're not a Taylor Swift person, I would listen to that song because I really I personally love it. So then I decided, I was like, okay, so maybe I can't do this for school, because guidelines. Maybe I'll just do it on my own then. And so I was thinking, I'm like, yeah, I can just do it on my own. No one's stopping me. So it's kind of just like a little passion project that I'm working on. I'm also kind of trying to think of like ways that I can kind of incorporate you guys into that process, because I think that one could kind of be fun to almost like work on with other people. I think that could be really interesting. And again, that one's just purely for fun. See, this is how you know I'm a fucking screenwriter. I just like decide, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to write a fucking like little mini series for funsies. Like, these are the things I do for fun, in case you were wondering. But yeah, so if again, I haven't really thought too much about like how I could get you guys involved, but when I think about it, when I come up with something, I will let you guys know. Okay, so the last thing that I wanted to touch on, which is something that if you've been following me for a while, you probably already kind of vaguely know about, but it's a little something called Mission to Mars. I think I even mentioned it in my video when I said I was coming back to YouTube. But yeah, so there's a little, I swear to God, it's another fucking plane. So Mission to Mars is something that I started working on when I was around 12, 13 years old. So it's been a couple of years. Oh my God, fucking plane. But yeah, so I've been working on Mission to Mars for years. It's a series that has consumed my life for what, 7 years. Sorry, I had to do I'm really bad at mental math. But yeah, so it's been something I've been working on for a really, really long time. And I think I also mentioned this in my video when I said I was coming back to YouTube, is that I foolishly, like 4 years ago, thought that I was anywhere close to being done with it. I was not. I was nowhere near, not anywhere close to being done with it. But I've made a lot of headway within the past couple of years, especially within the last year. So I'm really, really excited because we're gonna be getting some Mission to Mars content on this channel in the future. Not really anytime soon. This is definitely, I know that I keep talking about like all these things. None of these things are like super immediate. You're gonna have to wait for them a little bit. But for Mission to Mars in particular, it's definitely gonna take a little bit longer. I'm not really gonna have anything to show for it until like probably at minimum like a couple months. But honestly, I'm anticipating like potentially we might have to be waiting a year. I haven't decided. There are some things that need to get worked out before I can come to you guys with some updates. But yeah, so I'm really, really excited about that though. I think you guys will be excited when I'm able to talk more about that, because that one in particular, I'm going to need some people to help me out a little bit with some things. So you guys can stay tuned for that, and they will be paid. I'm actually for the past couple of years, I've been saving up some money so that I can really pursue this project, this one in particular. So yeah, so I'm really excied, and I think you guys will be excited too. If you're not familiar with it, you can check out like you're not really gonna get that much, to be honest, because I think the videos were just about like me looking for people to do some art, like some concept art for Mission to Mars. But I do talk about it obviously more so in those videos. I think I have a playlist on my channel that's like creating Mission to Mars or something like that. You'll find those videos there if you want some more information. Oh my gosh, Jaime Lazar is finishing a video so soon. We don't know her. Oh my goodness. Who am I? I'm actually able to finish a video and not have to do any retakes. I can't believe it. It's amazing. But yeah, so this is just a quick little video that I wanted to make for you guys, to talk about all the fun things that I'm working on, and you will be able to like see them and interact with them in like the near future. Well, some are in the nearer future than others, like I just said with Mission to Mars. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say for this outro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Again, I've done like all these just in one take, so I have not like I haven't really practiced anything. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this little video, kind of an announcement, update, current project video thingamajig that I did. And yeah, that's it. I have nothing else to add. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.